Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book, A Room of One's Own, a creation by Virginia Woolf. A Room of One's Own, 1929, is an insightful contemplation on gender and self-expression. This essay delves into the societal and systemic obstacles that women encounter in their artistic endeavors. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Virginia Woolf, a highly regarded writer of the Modernist period, achieved great acclaim for her novels, such as Mrs Dalloway, To the Lighthouse, and Orlando, all of which have attained the status of literary classics. With 6 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book on StoryPlanet.net. To start, this text is about an exploration of feminist ideals and their relevance to individuals. A Room of One's Own by Virginia Woolf explores the necessary conditions for the creation of works of art, particularly for female artists. The book discusses the impact of social, economic, and political forces that hinder women from achieving their full potential as artists. It also highlights the ways in which women have overcome these barriers and explores how societies can empower more women in the future. The book delves into concepts such as the experience of being Shakespeare's sister, the correlation between fascism and poor art, and the acquisition of an androgynous mind. Key idea number 1. For a woman to achieve artistic greatness, she requires financial resources and dedicated creative space. The key points of the text are: Virginia Woolf was interrupted while deep in thought by a man on a university campus. The interruption led her to reflect on the barriers that women face in pursuing artistic pursuits. Woolf noticed the exclusion of women from academic and cultural institutions. She also recognized the unequal access to resources and support for men and women in intellectual pursuits. Woolf pondered how these disparities affected the creative output of men and women. Key idea number 2. Men use their power to oppress and discriminate against women. The British Library holds a vast collection of books and resources, but Virginia Woolf noticed a gender imbalance in the literature. There were numerous books written by men about women, but no corresponding publications by women about men. This imbalance reflects men's power and their desire to elevate their own gender. Woolf observed extreme notions about women in these books, and she hypothesized that men's denigration of women stemmed from their insecurity and desire to affirm their status. She questioned how many women's accomplishments have been diminished because of this mindset. Key idea number 3. Society has historically hindered talented women from utilizing their abilities. Throughout history, talented women have been kept from applying their talents due to lack of opportunity, education, and encouragement. While the literary canon is filled with compelling female characters, women have been marginalized in actual history books. Even in Elizabethan England, women were not given the same autonomy as men and were expected to focus on domestic duties. This lack of control and support stifled the artistic expression of many talented women, leading to mental distress or even suicide. The absence of female role models further limited the potential for masterpieces from women. Key idea number 4. Successful women. Writers continue to face limitations due to social circumstances. Lady Winchilsea, an educated and wealthy woman in the 17th century, faced social ostracism for her passion for poetry. This constrained her work and left her bitter. Aphra Behn, a successful writer, paved the way for women to be respected and profitable wordsmiths. In the 19th century, women like Jane Austen and the Brontë sisters could write classic novels, but their work was still influenced by social realities. Women's novels focused on mundane and domestic concerns, reflecting their limited freedom to explore the world. Key idea number 5. Fiction offers contemporary women the opportunity to explore new artistic possibilities. In the late 1920s, there were many diverse books written by women on contemporary bookshelves. Women were breaking new ground in fiction, depicting nuanced and amicable relationships between women, exploring different social classes and occupations, and offering new insights into male characters. This marked a shift from traditional literature that focused on women's relationships with men. Virginia Woolf believed that women's fiction had the potential to provide unique perspectives on the opposite sex. Key idea. Number 6. Great artists are able to transcend societal categories, such as gender, and create art without constraints. The key message of the text is that the best artists are able to think beyond categories like gender. The concept of the androgynous mind is introduced, which refers to a mind that works beyond the simple binary of male and female and sees the world from both perspectives. The text highlights the societal consciousness of gender in the late 1920s, with men feeling threatened by women exerting themselves politically. Woolf envisions a better world where artistic pursuits are not defined by gender and emphasizes the importance of focusing on relating to reality as a whole for producing great art. In conclusion, throughout history, women have faced barriers to pursuing artistic and creative careers due to societal structures that favored men. Access to resources like financial support, education, and dedicated studio space has been limited for women. The hope for the future is that both men and women will have equal opportunities, enabling everyone to express their creativity without the influence of gender disparities. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.